Hello and what is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube and the knife and EDC gear world here. My name is Miguel EDC and this channel is all about EDC content. So I got a box here that I'm about to unbox with you guys here, share my first raw impressions with you all. Actually, I'm not sure who sent this to me. There's no sender details on this. What looks to be an Amazon box, to be honest. So we're about to find out together. You may already know based on title and thumbnail, but just know I'm going in blind and I have no clue what this could be. Doing the honors today, we got the just unboxed, recently released Shark Cub here. This is the Stealth, Shark Cub Stealth from Demko Knives, right? Still got the beautiful recipe there with the slim, smaller version of the 80-20.5, the Shark Cub. And now we have some different colorways. We have this artillery gray aluminum, and we have the blacked out hard anodized aluminum, right? Both of these are pretty lightweight, pretty good feel, great ergonomics, feels great on the hands. And we have 20 CV steel on these. I just did an unbox on these recently in the channel, right? I'll link to it here at the end. But yeah, having a blast carrying these, to say the least. As you guys know, I'll admit it, I'm a Shark's Lock and Demko Knives fanboy. So what can I say? I really enjoy these a ton. And all these knives will be linked down below in the description and the pinned comments. So if you're interested in checking prices, availability, right, details, and all that good stuff, right, those details will be down below. Those help out the channel when you use those links, but that is entirely up to you and at zero extra cost, right? So let's take a look here, guys. Ooh, okay, it looks like we have one knife. It looks like we have two knives. Okay, let's take a look. All right, so we have two different knives, and now that I see the branding, I definitely recognize Molsect is actually making a debut here in the channel. We haven't featured their knives before. Definitely, I'm excited to find out what they're all about. They're just basically recently launched, and they already have some pretty interesting designs out there. And I'm just here to, share with you my first impressions, first reactions with you, and of course, there'll be a review video coming to you down the line. For SEO or search engine optimizations, we might divide this video into two, sharing with you one model, this video, and the next model, the upcoming video. But let's start with this first one here. This one is the new Molsect Jungle Pocket Hunting Work Woman Gift Knife. Yeah, let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside, shall we? All right, so we got a cardboard box. Then we actually have the branded box inside. Again, Molsect making a debut in the channel for the first time. Check out that authenticity label there, right? Got the different colors there as you turn. Caution, short blade. These are made overseas in China, in case you didn't already know that. Not to mean that there are any lower quality made items or anything. I mean, China's been coming out swinging with their production, especially depending on which brand you go with, obviously. So let's take a look here as I open up the box. Is this a leather? I mean, it definitely looks like a leather or artificial leather feel. Man, this is something. This is definitely an unboxing experience here. We got the M for Miguel EDC. No, I'm kidding. The M for Molsect logo embossed, right? Sort of stamped in there. The Molsect branding also down here, right? That's also very nice. And this is a very interesting green leather pouch here. So artificial leather, whatever. But I mean, the fact that they're giving you all this, and I'm pretty sure the price on these is also pretty sweet. We'll talk a little bit more about that towards the end here. Obviously, by the time you're watching this video, I would have already edited and linked everything down there if you're interested in checking out those prices. But yeah, you open the nice little, flap here, if you would, and you're greeted with, ooh, okay, so we got the knife. We're gonna get to that in a moment, right? We got the wiping cloth there. We have the, ooh, this is nice. Right, they give you a, is that a magnetic pin? That's pretty cool. I haven't seen many companies do that. Molsect, debut year, right? They are debuting this year, so that's awesome. Congrats to them, right? Really hope that their business goes well. We have another sticker there. We got some silica gel, and we have your, typical warranty and things like that on there. You can read through that if you want to learn more. And we have the paracord, right? So look at that, for paracord, not for sale. So this is very interesting, right? So yeah, in the spirit of unboxing, let's find out what this is all about. So nicely sealed in its own little packet, if you would, is some paracord. So my folks out there that want to do a lanyard for this knife, you absolutely can. That is included. You don't have to go out of your way to purchase this on your own. It already comes in the formula. So honestly, I mean, first impressions, the leather pouch here really got me by surprise. So that's pretty neat. I'm not sure if they're only doing this on launch year, but hopefully they continue to do this forward at some point. This is pretty interesting. Then also the pin caught my attention, right? Magnetic pin there, looking pretty good. I'll go ahead and take it out because why not? Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's got some pull to it, right? And actually, it's done pretty well. It's like a green background with some stainless steel bits. Got 2 knives on each sides, right? That's awesome. And then it's, yeah, you can just pin it. Right? That is good pull there to that magnet. Very nice detail to include there. And of course, the typical stuff, right? Your wiping cloth there, right? Silica gel instructions, all that. So let me go ahead and clean this up and we'll focus on the knife. And without further ado, let's take a look at the knife here, shall we? Here we go. Bam. All right, first impressions, right? This one got a little bit of weight to it, right? I'm definitely seeing this is going to be a large knife. I mean, it definitely, even folded, already feels the entire palm pretty much. I feel like this one has more like hunting vibes, camping out there, survival, a little bit of tactical vibe to it as well. First impressions here, we have what looks to be G10, but this is not any boring G10. This is nice mill G10, kind of gives me like alligator skin vibes to it, right? The way it's kind of leveled, kind of has this like roof tile feel to it on here, like scales if you would, right? It looks really, really nice. I definitely add some grip. The M for Molsect, I mean, I like, not to be biased or anything. I mean, the M in the alphabet because of my name. It's actually one of my favorite letters. So this execution right here, I mean, I'm a little biased because yes, I like how they did the M, and it's not, you know, got a good taste to it, right? Done tastefully. There you go. It is a captive pivot. So it looks like we have not a torque screw on this one. We have maybe something perhaps you can use with a flathead screwdriver, which may be, depending on your scenario, more or less readily available. It looks like the thumb studs are also, you know, Phillips. And I'm not sure if I said Phillips, I meant flathead screwdriver. So flathead there, flathead here, right? You can get those disassembled there pretty quick. Looks like we do have some torque screws back here, right? For the most part, we do have a pocket clip, pretty deep carry pocket clip there to say the least. Doesn't seem to be reversible though. All right, we'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. And we have a pretty interesting pocket clip here. Looks like it will go in and out of the pocket pretty good. And we have the branding there on the pocket clip, which again, it's a little bit of a hit or miss. A lot of people don't tend to like branding on the pocket clip. Some companies do something a little bit smaller, more tasteful, if you would. I think the branding, the logo, and the pivot kind of drives home that point for the most part. But again, it's their launch year. They're also doing great, taking a lot of feedback from the community, by the way. They are a company that want to listen to enthusiasts and knife nerds and knife enthusiasts and knife people in the community, take the feedback and improve their products over time. So I'm not the first one to check out their knives or other unboxings here on YouTube as well. You can check out. Love the lanyard solution here. So this is interesting. We have a lanyard hole on the non-show side. It doesn't actually show on the show side. And you could kind of pull it through here with the back spacer. It's got 2 openings on each side. All right, that is definitely interesting. No doubt how that works. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing flipped open here. By the way, G10 back spacer there. Prow liners, right? They stand just a millimeter or so beyond the G10 scales. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing deployed. As I mentioned, it's got some heft to it. It's definitely going to be a large, extra large knife. Here we go. Bam. Oh man, yeah, we are definitely talking about a bigger boy here, a chunky boy, right? And also an extra large knife. I'll compare it to some of my bigger knives here, but I'm not sure if anything comes close to this aside from maybe a fixed blade. Oh man, okay, so yeah, if you got big old bear paws, they got you covered right here. I got average size hands, not the biggest of hands or smallest of hands, but so you can see I could accommodate a 6th and probably a 7th finger in there if I needed to. Right? Not to mention, yes, they gave you a finger choil. So even on this big of a knife, you can forward choke without losing a ton of edge because you have plenty of edge there to go for days. You can forward choke on this thing if you wanted to, and bam, you are locked and loaded, ready to go. That's awesome, right? Look how much handle still got left there. Yeah, this is going to accommodate all types of hands, everybody's hands. So that's definitely a good call there. It looks to be a liner lock, so we do have some access there to the liner lock. There we go. It's a drop shutty, shake shutter. It's on ball bearings, I'll tell you that. A little bit of a shake shutter. Bam. Yep. Can I thumb deploy here? Oh, absolutely can. That's nice. Reverse flick. Oh, absolutely can. Absolutely. I like the accent. So you have sort of like a red accent thumb stud on these, right? Kind of goes really well with the blacked out aesthetics otherwise. So that's pretty interesting there. 14C28N on the steel, by the way, everyone's favorite budget steel these days. Not that it needs to, but it is black coated here to complete that blacked out aesthetics. 14C28N is pretty corrosion resistant as is. But yeah, this blacked out here, you know, coat definitely goes well with the handle and the knife overall. We have a clip point, you know, maybe borderline bowie blade going on here. A beautiful switch here at the top, flat grind about the halfway point, decent thickness to it without being too thick, you know. So yeah, we'll do a scientific cutting test here in just a moment with this bad boy, but absolutely, you know, so far, I mean, we're talking about a good chunk of blade here, and it is nicely aligned there, smack in the middle, right? No pivot lash, rock solid, no up and down, no side to side. I want to say the detent, check the detent. It's a little bit on the softer end, right? Not too stiff. It definitely helps me because when I do my reverse flick, if it's off the meat of my middle finger, I don't want a super crazy detent. There we go. After missing it twice, finally got it. And you want to light switch the flipper tab. I think if you push button it, you might fail it. Yeah. So don't push button it. Always light switch it and you'll be all right. So yeah, let's get a size comparison on this guy because I think this knife is going to give a lot of other knives, size-wise, a good run for their money. Starting with these Spidey bros, we got the Yojimbo here, looking like a baby. Here we go, the Manix 2. Right there, it's also looking pretty small. I mean, did I mention this was a large knife? There you go, that's what I meant. Now, these next two, the Microtech Stitch here and the MSI. The MSI should give it a good run for its money, but still coming in a little shorter. The Stitch also a little shorter there, size-wise. You guys take a look. Demko AD 20.5 and that new Shark Cub Stealth just released. All right, take a look there, size-wise comparison. Kind of also depends on your taste, so you enjoy larger knives more than smaller knives. I have people in the comment section all the time say, oh, that knife is too small for me, or that knife is too big for me. So honestly, guys, there's knives out there for everybody. So if you like big knives, there are big knives. If you like small knives, plenty of small knives, medium knives, you name it, right? So that's a great thing about being a knife enthusiast, right? At this day and age. Civivi Vision FG, Kizer Militaw, right? Those are going to be a little smaller there. And last but not least, I kind of want to finish off with some of the bigger knives I own. Here's the Kunwu Pulsar XL, and that is already maybe like a ½ inch shorter, still shorter than the Molsect model here. And of course, you know, we got to bring out the Kizer Momo. There we go. Bam. Is it bigger than the Momo? Honestly, it's up there with the Momo. You guys take a look there for yourself. It's definitely a larger knife, and honestly, I don't do this normally during unboxings. I save this for review. But yeah, over 9.5 inches, and we're looking at 9.6, 9.65. I mean, it's up there in the size department. So hopefully that gave you guys a ballpark size-wise where this guy lands. Let's go ahead and, of course, do our scientific cutting test, right? Got a piece of textbook paper here. I'm going to go ahead and do that forward choke and bam, boom. All right, one thing you do have is plenty of cutting path. So that means you can actually carry the cut a lot longer there through the cut. Boom. Look at that, right? Beautiful cuts there. That is the advantage of having a longer blade. You're very, you know, you're obviously less likely to taper off your cut. So that 14C putting in work. Right, coming in pretty sharp out of the box. Check out those beautiful swirls right there. That is nice, right? So yeah, definitely goes to the paper very, very well. Obviously, check your local laws. Always encourage everybody to know, you know, how big of a knife you actually can carry. So that's something to keep in mind there with this guy being a little bit bigger than your usual, you know, regular size EDC, I guess. And of course, some cardboard. I got some single wall cardboard here. Remember when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but rather at an angle like that. So it's gonna look something like this. Here we go. All right, bam. Actually, surprise, surprise, this one turned out to be a dual wall cardboard. I'm over here thinking like, why is it, you know, like struggling a little bit? That's because the knife is actually going through twice the amount of material. So that's something definitely to keep in mind. But as you can see, it's definitely cutting through it. No problem. Unless, you know, this happens sometimes. The cardboard inside tends to, you know, go accordion style a little bit. And that kind of, you know, slows down the cut. But again, this, I'm actually right out of the box putting it through a much harder test here with a dual wall cardboard. Definitely going through it pretty well for the most part. Only got that accordion situation there once. But yeah, other than that, I mean, you guys be the judge. Going through that material like nobody's business. And the beautiful thing about that black coat there, right? Not that 14C 28N needs it because it's pretty corrosion resistant by default, but yeah, kind of definitely completes it here. Very, very, very nicely. And now, the blade is nice and clean and ready for the next performance. You guys ready in the comments on a scale from 1 through 10? How sharp is this guy? All right, you all let me know. Well, ladies and gentlemen, surprise, surprise, it turns out I'm an idiot. I know, right? What a secret. Molsect Jungle, that is actually the model name. Jungle is the model name. So this is the Jungle from Molsect. And I mean, it kind of looks about right. I mean, it looks like you could take down a whole jungle with this thing. Could be your hunting knife, your, vegetation destruction knife, camping knife, survival knife, you name it, all the above kind of knife. This is definitely gonna fulfill that need for sure. So just want to give you FYI, these come in with a 10% discount right now, coming in at $59.99. I also have a discount code for you guys. I was able to partner with Molsect to give you guys a 10% discount using code Miguel EDC. That code is live, so use code Miguel EDC. I will link both to Amazon and also their main site, so you guys can check which one is going to give you the better pricing. Definitely use code Miguel EDC to get you a lower price there. I believe at least a 10% discount is what we talked about. So yeah, pretty interesting. Obviously a good reasonable price for a very interesting knife here. You definitely are getting lots of material here, right? Lots of handle, lots of blade. This could be, I mean, it could be a do-it-all knife if you really wanted it to. So has a lot of potential here. Of course, this is not a review. This is just an unboxing, first impressions video. So far, I can tell you for, their debut year, right? This one here is making a very good first impression, no doubt. I mean, the fact that you can forward choke on a flipper, most people do flipper knives and they don't give you the option to forward choke, but you have so much blade here that it just makes sense to be able to get a little bit closer to the blade there safely. I love that. I mean, love the way the handles are done, right? Molsect, if you're watching this video, right, this is pretty sweet. So more of this, right? None of that boring, plain G10, right? Definitely the milling here goes a long way, adding a ton of personality. I'm not even sure. Hopefully the camera is capturing that, but that just adds it. I mean, it gives it a lot of personality, of course, functional, because it gives you some good grip there as well, no doubt about that. So yeah, making a first impression here, the Jungle from Molsect, right? Molsect is a new company overall, also making a debut here in the channel. This is their debut year, 2024. So yeah, very interesting knife, great way to get things started. Guys, if you enjoyed this video so far, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, helps get this video pushed to a larger audience. If you enjoy knife and EDC content like this on a daily basis, definitely consider subscribing. I promise you it'll be worth coming back for more. Shout out to Molsect for sending this knife in, and a shout out to my Patreons for supporting me here on what I do, making content for you guys. If you made it to the end, you are the real MVP. Check out the unboxing on the new Shark Cub Stealth, right? Did an unboxing on that one here on the channel recently. Check that out. And here's a good value budget EDC knife as well, the Fintiso Parrot. Really been loving carrying this one as well. Getting ready to do a review here very soon. I'll put a card for that video as well, guys. Thank you so much for your love and support. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the next video. Either this one or this one. Peace.